One at a time, and we'll get the job done. Y'all know what to say. On three. 1, 2, 3.
And the home of the Jets.
Mr. Primetime.
Cheers to the last show I'm doing without a Fireman Ed NYJF lager in my hand.
I know. Now, see, first of all, this is really exciting. I can't wait to taste it, drink it, buy it, and everything else. First of all, how do we get this stuff?
So it just officially went on sale today. Bolero Snort Brewery. It's in Carlstadt, a mile from the stadium. There's going to be all sorts of info for, if you're out of state, if, you want to get it shipped to you, that's going to be coming out in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that.
Now, if I don't get some of this beer ASAP, I'm boycotting.
Sunday, man. We're going out to the brewery Sunday. I will reserve you a 6-pack. Don't worry.
I will boycott, and you don't want me on the bad side of this. So you bribe me off with beer. If I get the beer, I'll promote it. If I don't get beer, I'm anti the lager. I'll boycott it.
You will have plenty for the opener. Don't worry.
Okay, good. We'll bring on the third amigo. What's up, man?
Hey, Prime Time, I'm gonna need a 6-pack as well, bro. So
got you, bro. I got you. I think Jason knows you, actually.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. How you boys doing? Thanks for having me on. Let's talk Jets again for my Tuesday spot. Appreciate it.
So wait, why do you? So I have a question. Why does it say Tyrone? Let's talk Jets Facebook on there.
I mean, that's what I do. Let's talk Jets Facebook.
Really? So let's look.
Yes.
Let's look at Let's Talk Jets Facebook. Let's look at that because it's on there. It says Let's Talk Jets Facebook, right? So let's just go on that page just for a second. I don't see any Facebook lives. Any on there? No. I see a lot of articles that I've been posting. Any score updates? Dalvin Cook sign? Anything about that on there?
He's waiting for the season.
Had some personal things going on, so just I'm getting back to it. I'm gonna be back to my live once the season start to get my Wednesday spot. Let's talk Jets. And I'll come on 15 minutes. We'll chop it up. Any questions you guys got? I'm here for you. That's what I'm here for, do, baby. Let's go.
All right. Just wonder why the Facebook was on there because he's like, I should put Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets Facebook on there.
I mean, you did
and
listen.
Twitter and Threads and the comments.
But you know what I do though?
And StreamYard host.
Hey, hold on, man. I do answer the comments though when people respond to what you post. Though I do that much.
It's like 2 comments a week.
I mean, listen. You know what I'm saying? I do respond to comments.
The Jets signed Dalvin Cook. All you see on our page is nothing. So I'm like, all right, I better post our video there. Like all these moves happen. A game happens. Hey, score predictions. Nothing. There's nothing going on there.
I mean, I was talking to Primetime, man. I'm working with Primetime to get some cut ups so I can put some cut ups on it as well. So I'm trying to learn a few things as well. So
that was a month ago.
It's pretty bad when I call you, man. You don't call me back, man. You know what I'm saying?
I called you right back that day.
No, you called me. You did call me back that day. You did do that. You did.
I told you, dude. Anything you need, let me know. I'm here to help you. So,
all right. I appreciate it.
You need some help with the video edits, let me know.
Yo, because I'm not technically sound like you guys are, man. So that's
Bro, but we gave you the pass with that. So you're not uploading videos on YouTube because you have the technology issues. Completely fine. All you do is go on Facebook, which you're on there all the time, and say, "What's up, Jets Nation? What do you think the score of the game is going to be today?" 10 seconds. Hey, the Jets just signed Dalvin Cook. What's everybody think?
Hey, listen,
Mekhi Becton's playing right tackle. What's everybody think?
Hey, listen, that wasn't negotiated in the contract. So
negotiated.
I'm going to take care of that, though, man.
Negotiate? What are we negotiating here? I like to know what the negotiations are here.
Listen, man.
I love
it's a great show, man. Let's talk about your spot last night.
Let's deflect away from that Facebook page. Basically, waste the fucking time. I'm the one doing it.
Absolutely, man. Let's not talk about it today. It's positive. It's positive vibes only.
Let's talk delete Jets Facebook because fucking tired posting articles on there.
Mekhi Becton is starting Saturday. You know how you guys feel about it. That's what I told him. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, hello, everybody. Oh, and since Primetime promoted the NYJF Lager, just so you guys know, I'm doing a show at Jet Central. We're recording it on Mondays. It'll be live on Tuesdays. If you follow our show on Spreaker and everything, all our podcasts, it'll be uploaded on all our podcast networks. And then Ian's going to have it on his channel. So check it out. I definitely appreciate him reaching out to me. It's always fun talking to him. So he'll be on podcast network. It's on our channel, on the YouTube channel. It's on his channel. And it'll be up every Tuesday. And I won't curse either. So you're going to see the other side of me. I'm going to be all professional.
That'll last until the first Jets loss.
Hey, prime time, the first bad play, yo, it's a wrap.
Done.
It's not going to work.
So what's up, everybody? We got a lot of stuff here. 20 days to the home opener. Prepare your livers. Paul is sitting directly next to all three of us, which is a scary thought.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot changed since last night.
We need the radio show back for Tyrone. Because Tyrone would call it and be like, listen. I'm like, Tyrone, you can't curse. But listen. And I had like the mute button ready like instantaneously.
Hey, bro, listen. I got kicked off that show on a regular for I know about 2 years strong, bro. I'll be good when we win it, but one of those bad games, yo, you already knew it was coming, bro. Click. Yo. Hey, you know it's bad when you get a prep talk before you come on the air. Yep. Tyson in prime time be like, look, Tyrone, man, no cussing, big guy. Just go ahead and just try to get your point across.
As soon as I would answer the phone, I already knew.
Times,
like, it lasted 2 minutes.
About two.
Facebook. I like that one. You should delete the Facebook.
What are you trying to say, man? What are you trying to say, bro?
So Ian, actually, we've done some streams with Ian. He's not really a big streamer, man. He's like more like he cranks out all these solo videos like at all hours of the day. I don't know how the hell he does it. It's crazy. So a professional. Listen, man. Even you know what it is? Even Elmo watched yesterday's show and gave me credit. He's like, you're actually very professional. You guys bring out the worst in me is what the problem is.
Look at my lighting now. Even I'm making progress. I got lighting.
Yeah, that's not gonna last though, Tyson. This is it's the honeymoon phase, bro. The season hasn't started yet, bro. By week 3, bro, I'm telling you now, bleep, 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 bleep. It's a wrap, man.
So now they're saying mustard is an interesting wall color choice. It's like you have the sun behind you, Tyrone. It's like a yellow orange.
I got an extra light in the back, man. So I'm actually at the house, so.
All right. So, all seriousness, there's a lot of news actually happened today. Yeah, I'm blaming the chat and YouTube for making me curse. I'm usually calm and civil.
Usually calm.
Yesterday we had a lot of questions because the injury report was kind of concerning and we didn't have any answers. Today we got some answers, some good, some bad. I guess we'll start with the first, where it's Laika Tomlinson and AVT are both back in practice, which is excellent. Positive news. They're ready to play on Saturday. Mekhi Becton, right tackle, starting. Great. Then you have Dwayne Brown could be cleared tomorrow, and then he could be ready to practice this week and maybe play on Saturday. So, Primetime, your thoughts on a revamped offensive line? Everything is great now. We're all fine. I
mean, this is what you wanted, right? If you were going to have Aaron Rodgers out there, you wanted him to be in front of his or behind his starting offensive line. So, I kind of figured AVT and Tomlinson would be out there. Becton, you wondered, was he going to get the opportunity to roll with the ones? I thought he earned it. And, just hearing him talk today about, how they announced it during the meetings, like, I'm proud of the kid. Like, I'm legitimately proud of the kid from where he was last year, 400 pounds. It looked like he didn't give a shit. Looked like he may never even play again in the NFL to, earning that starting job now, potentially. Really proud of the kid.
What do you think, Tyrone?
Same thing. I think Primetime summed it up. I mean, we got the two big guys back in the middle. You got Becton coming up the Highway 77. Brown will be back this week, so I mean it's looking good. You know what I'm saying? We wanted a couple of these guys to play together and get used to each other. Watching Becton last week, watching how he just mauled people out the way, man. He was just throwing people out the way, and you're proud of the kid. Everybody was down on the kid. He was down on himself for a little bit. He fought through the mental aspect of it and came back and showed up and showed out, man. I mean, I'm excited for him for his first start protecting number. You know what I'm saying? Number 8. So love it.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, like, I'm still skeptical about Aaron Rodgers playing on Saturday, but he did his press conference today. He wants to play. Saleh wanted him to play. But the thing that kind of threw me for a curve was, like, this isn't going to be a one and done kind of deal with him playing on Saturday. They're going to probably play 2 or 3 series, which is just
sounds like he might play the whole first half.
He
wants him to go to the bench multiple times, talk about whatever they see, go back out there again. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I was kind of caught off guard by that because I was like, all right, maybe they just want to go out there, break a little sweat, hand the ball off. Okay, I had the feel for the game, and I'm out. No, they're going to be playing a little bit. Like this
And
is going to be.
Thank God I didn't do an instant reaction video, because when Saleh first talked, it almost sounded like he had to convince Rodgers to play. Like they wanted him out there. Like it was an organizational decision.
Yep.
And then once Rodgers talked, then it was like, no, I want to be out there. It's good for me to be out there. But when Saleh first talked before practice, it kind of sounded like it was coming from the Jets. Like they wanted to see him out there with the new scenery and new uniform. I'm like, guy's a 15-year vet, 18-year vet. Like he doesn't need to be out there right now.
I was thinking the same way, dude.
As long as he wants it, I'm good with it. So
it kind of scared me a little bit. I don't want him getting hurt in any way, shape, fashion, or form. And what scared me most, what Saleh said from his press conference, is like we're not game planning for the Giants. Like, bro, what do you mean? Like you got number 8 out there, bro. Y'all come up with some kind of blocking scheme or something for him. It doesn't sound good. I mean, I'm hoping it's 1 or 2 series, and I'm hoping they pull him out the game.
It'd be more than that, man.
I hope
I
not.
think you're gonna. I think you're gonna. Dude, I don't want him to play at all. I was like, I'm cool with him. Like, if David came out and said, you know what, we're fine with him not playing, I'm cool with that. But now that he is, you're gonna see like 3 series. You're like, oh shit. Like, all right.
No, I don't. Y'all remember that one preseason game when we played the Giants and Eli got smacked in the face? Remember that? Y'all remember that? Yeah, busted him open. Yeah, bro. I don't want no parts of that, bro. I don't want him out there. But I do understand the logic behind it, because they don't want him to come out there not being in rhythm and being off. I can understand that, but he should have played game 3, not this game right here. I kind of want him on the bench myself, but we're gonna see what he do. He's a professional. Get the ball in his hand, run the football, a couple quick passes, and that's it. I'm not looking for no touchdowns. I don't care about none of that shit. Get a couple of snaps. Get used to it, and then pull them out. That's all I want to see.
Here we go. We got some breaking news at 8:11 on Tuesday night.
Browns
as per Connor Hughes,
Dwayne
Brown will be activated off PUP tomorrow.
Yes,
tell SNY.
Yes.
He had his doctor appointment at 12 and came through with 0 concerns. The New York Jets get their starting left tackle back.
Yes, sir. Breaking news. Let's go.
Thank God. Get him back in there.
Love it. Now, do you think he plays on Saturday now?
Yes.
Or is it still too soon? Think he does?
Yep. 100%. Get him out there.
Yeah.
You only got 2 weeks, man. That's it.
Yep. You got listen. You have the most important piece, the quarterback out there. You got to put somebody out here like that. I think what's name's been struggling the whole time. I don't want to see him out there. I want somebody that can hold his own, and he has to get some reps as well. So I'm glad he got cleared. I'm glad he's back. And we were so concerned last show about our offensive line, and right now we got a pretty good offensive line. So let's let these guys get together and them mesh together. I mean, they still got to mesh though. So we're not gonna. I'm not jumping up deep in and saying that our line is probably one. I'm just saying that for we have some good players on our line at this moment. So
well, I mean, the thing is, 4 of the 5 play together. So it's not like you're revamping, and they played together last year. Now it's just a matter of understanding the scheme, the offense, and understanding the signals from Aaron Rodgers, just cadence, stuff like that. And that's something that what I liked about Aaron Rodgers today is you can see the sense of urgency in his voice. Like that little smile, a little cute little shit is gone now. And he's like, all right, man, like we are now getting to game prep stuff. Like now the thing changes. The intensity changes, the focus changes, and we cannot repeat mistakes. And you can see his manner, he's like his demeanor changed a little bit. And I loved it, dude. I think it's great. So you have that. A couple unfortunate injuries are, it looks like Tippmann's going to be out for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I saw that today.
If Saleh says 2 weeks, it probably means a month, right?
Yeah.
He expects him out there to be ready for week 1. So, I mean, take that.
Right, me too. Yeah. Yes, just like Carl Lawson has been 1 day, it's been, 2 weeks?
That back situation is really, really lingering. You know what's so crazy, though? And I'm not even mad. Like, for the first time, we are so deep at DN. We don't even miss Carl Lawson right now. That's crazy, right? Because any other time we'd be on the show, we'd be panicking. But we got I think that's
why they're taking it slow.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. You got 3 other guys that are balling out right now.
It's amazing to have that much talent, though, to where you're not missing a guy like Lawson, man, because he's a big piece and a big factor when we factor in for this defense. But Huff and Jermaine Johnson, man.
Yeah, but hold on. Just come back to the offensive line for a second. You have Tippmann's hurt. Looks like Schweitzer also got hurt too, right?
Yep.
So who the hell's your backup safety? Or backup center?
Center.
AVT? He can do it all. So.
He can do it all, huh? Yeah, I thought Schweitzer injury. I thought it was more day-to-day type stuff. I didn't think it was something serious where he's going to be out and miss time. I
had to look at that.
I'm pretty sure they had who was it? 64? Was that Glasser? I think he was taking some snaps at one of the practices.
Okay.
So maybe he's their 4th emergency center.
So you have Tippmann's out. So your center position, you could have some depth concerns based on what Schweitzer's injury is. And then you have your boy Izzy is going to be out a couple weeks. Yeah. So now the question is, how do they handle that? Do some of these guys become like, all right, a couple weeks, you're going to go on the IR so we can keep Zonovan Knight around? Like, same thing with Yeboah. Yeboah's hurt too. He's going to be out a couple weeks. So you put these guys on IR or do you, right? Like, what do you think? Prime time?
depends how long they're going to be out. I mean, is it a player decision or is it a team decision also? I mean, if the player thinks they're going to be ready, week 1, week 2, are they just going to voluntarily go on IR for 4 weeks, or would they rather get a look somewhere else? I think that probably factors in a little bit too. So
yeah, I don't know, man.
The one great thing that Bill Belichick always did is he always stashed guys on the injury on the pup list. You know what I'm saying? And Ebola and a running back, Izzy, put them, let them go there. And that's a way to keep Bam. That's what I wanted anyway. Let Bam fix injury. I wanted to find a way to keep these guys here. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to rush them back. You don't need them back. You know what I'm saying? But they're good to have when they're good to have. There's going to be other injuries throughout the season. So why not put those guys on the list? Let them be out the way. You can still keep these guys. They won't count against your cap. You know what I'm saying? Your final roster. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good move, man. I mean, listen, we got, for the first time in a long time, we have so much talent that we have to start hiding guys. That's y'all learned from last year. Look how many guys that we cut last year that got picked up. The best thing
7 guys that got claimed last
exactly.
year.
The best thing that's happening this year is they're cutting everybody at one time. So you can some guys can slip through that, you know what I'm saying, normally wouldn't slip through when you do it like that. So I kind of like that, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Like, Yabo is a guy that actually Aaron Rodgers mentioned today about how much he's improved as like a route runner, good hands. So that's going to be interesting to see because you got to make your cuts and you got to figure out how you're going to get these guys and you just like roster gymnastics a little bit. So interesting there. The Jonathan Taylor stuff is not – I don't care if he goes to Dolphins. He's not going to the Jets, though. I got so many messages today, like, the Jets just trade for him. We just got friggin' – we just got Dalvin Cook. We don't need Jonathan.
Save that first-round pick for when Devontae Adams becomes available.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need that. But other than that, it's going to be interesting. Interesting week where now you have your preparation. Corey Davis is still out with the personal reasons, which is kind of lingering on a little bit as well. So it's it, man. This is it. Final preseason game, man. This is your final dress rehearsal. Prime time.
Would you have any interest in bringing in Peters? Just hearing that he'd be willing to sit on the bench, kind of be 100%. A mentor.
100%.
Yep.
Especially because injuries, but it's like injuries are going to happen. But I think Billy Turner's probably your swing tackle. It's probably safe to say that, right?
Yeah.
So back in the starting. I mean, that could be your backup left tackle. I mean, he's still serviceable. He's still a good player. He's a good leader. I mean, unless the Jets want to stay with the youth movement. I don't know.
Nope.
You don't trust who else would you trust a left tackle?
Nobody. Listen, when he said that was the perfect player that we needed. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago, prime time. Listen, everyone's like, he's 41. I don't give a fuck if he's 50. He still plays good football. He understands the game, and he's serviceable for a couple of games. We're not asking him to come in to be a full-time starter, but listen, he's better than everything that we have on our roster at this very moment.
But whose spot would he take, though? Because you got Carter Warren, you got Mitchell, you got Billy Turner.
Warren is still hurt, so I'll put Warren on the pup list as well. You know what I'm saying? From what he's saying, we wasn't really wanting to count him this season anyway. We wanted him to have a red shirt
project.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So, you know what I'm saying? But a guy like that who comes in, Tyson, prime time, he comes in with that pedigree. He comes in, he's in shape. You pick the offense up. He's a swing tackle. He can play anywhere on that line. He's better than everything that we have right now. You guys know it. So I don't know why Joe D's not on the phone with him. Maybe he's waiting for week 1 to kind of get him so you don't have to pay him the whole season. But what could he ask for? He's probably getting about $4 or $5 million. Yeah, bro.
And the thing is, too, he's willing to be a backup. He's like, I'll be a backup, no problem. I'll be a mentor. Like, I think he wants it's like the chase to the ring, right? He's like, what? I want to go for the ride. I think maybe the Jets are waiting until after the Giant game, like give all these young guys a chance to see, what they're going to come up with, how they're going to handle it. Then obviously, if injuries start popping up, you're more aggressive. But God forbid somebody goes down, you're like, you know what? There you go. There's your answer.
But Tyson, this is the problem with that, though. If you're waiting for injuries, what if someone else gets hurt on another team and they pick them up? You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't want to play. That's the game I don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the last preseason game. A lot of guys are playing starters. Look at Buffalo, look at Kansas City. These guys are playing into the second half of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to take a chance like that. So a good backup will go down, and a guy like that you can bring in. Listen, I mean, for me, I think it's a no-brainer. I think I would definitely be on the phone with him. And knowing Joe D, he'd have kicked them rocks, man. He has, bro, because we were struggling in every aspect.
He's got ties to him. He knows the guy.
Yeah, he definitely has. I hope so.
All right. If you guys have questions, put them in the chat. Everybody's 12-5. See, Afram just starts one thing. He puts 14-3. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's firing record predictions now. 10-7, 12-5, 11-6.
We get to the last preseason game first?
And we did ours yet? Yeah, we before the season start, our last one?
We got to do a season preview show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which of the AFC East fan bases you've had the
Dolphins.
worst experience with? For me, Dolphins fan.
Dolphins,
It used to be the
yeah,
Patriots.
Dolphins.
Now it's the Dolphins. They're getting
Nah. It's Patriots.
Patriots.
Prime time. We was about to beat
Patriots?
them last season at the game, bro. We was about to pop off for real. So I'm not gonna say the Patriots. That dude was an ass, bro. Listen, when prime time gets aggressive, I know it's a problem. Like Tyson, I know you would have stuck him, bro. Listen, he was over there dancing, like, yo, just fucking one. Just like, yo, dude
I
was
don't
an ass,
see Patriot
bro.
fans on social media as much this offseason.
But I mean, I've been to 3 games in Foxborough, and they were complete pricks. Like Bills fans were fun. We had our fun with them. We were like, I've been there a couple times. They lost both times, but it was just like they were cool to us. Miami fans are they're all suntan. Nobody cares down in Miami. It's mostly Jet fans down there.
Most Jet fans anyway. Yep.
Patriot fans are they were pricks, man.
They
Complete
were
pricks.
assholes. Yeah, it was rough.
So that's my answer for that question, I guess. The Dolphin fans are harmless, man. Like they just like you go to a Jets Dolphins game, they're selling Jets paraphernalia in the fucking parking lot. Like that's how it's crazy.
Yeah,
I was thinking more about this offseason though. I mean, long term, obviously, just the Patriots being atop the division for 2 decades. Yeah, they've been giving us a lot more shit. But this offseason, the Dolphin fans have just been unbearable.
But you know what's so crazy though?
Just relax. That's all.
What wasn't it Jay who was like, yo, like he was at the Jets Miami game, and
He's got a story about that game.
They were doing the Jets chant, and it was like he's like, yo, it was like it sounded like he was a home game and shit. But I'm gonna say this right here though, I just you know how we feel about the Pats and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, yo, doesn't look like Miami's falling off, don't it? Like I just watch, like I skim through all kinds of information. They're falling apart, dude. They don't scare me anymore. They don't scare me.
I'm not discounting the Dolphins at all, man.
No,
I don't know about the quarterback, but the roster's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not discounting them at all. They got some talent.
Yeah, but they're getting Eli Apple and Elijah Wilson. Yeah, good luck with that shit. It'll be a long day for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite away game you've been to, primetime?
Definitely Dallas in 2015, because that was the very first road game I went to, and I booked the flight literally 2 nights before because the season was over when the Jets were 5-5 with Fitzpatrick taking over. We thought we're going nowhere. Then they rattle off 4 wins in a row, and they're playing Dallas prime time. We're like, I'm gonna go out there and meet you guys, and the whole trip was just incredible. From the hotel beer pong to actually getting out there, taking pictures with the Cowboys cheerleaders. It was a great time.
Yeah, the Dallas Stadium is incredible. I think my favorite away game was probably going to Lambeau. Lambeau is it was like Lambeau. It was snowing, Favre, Jets. The Jets blew them out. I'm like, it was just like crazy. It's just like the history of football. It's just pretty wild though.
Yeah,
but Dallas is something else.
I can tell you my best and my worst. My worst was Baltimore when we played when that Dustin Keller hit when Ray Lewis leaned him out. Yo, bro, listen. I had never been tortured so bad in my life, bro. We were getting killed. I think the score was like 28 to nothing. We scored like 7 points towards the end or whatever. But yo, when I said they gave it to me, bro, they gave it to me the whole fucking game. It was miserable. And probably the best game I ever went to was Washington because I had really good ass tickets, bro. Like really, really good tickets, bro. I was on the field tickets, bro. I was like, yo, I was really excited about that. So that was cool.
I agree with this comment. This Vegas game is about to be crazy. Win or lose, 1,000%, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
1,000%.
We're going to jail in Vegas, baby. Believe that.
I'm not. I'm a happy guy, man. I'm just here to get along.
Tyson, you don't sleep, man. Like that prime time, this guy's gonna party from the time he gets off the fucking plane till 30 minutes before him to fly out there. We got to
correct something. We got to correct something. I party in the airport, dude. I don't wait to get on the plane. You got to go to the airport bar to start things up. Let's keep this shit real around here, especially the group that I'm going with. Jomo,
what's up, guys?
You,
how we doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Dwayne Brown coming back is nice. I guess his Houston visit was. Oh, jeez.
What the hell just happened?
My dog over here.
Well, now you got to show the dog.
Oh, jeez. His Houston visit went good. That's good news. How are we feeling about Bam? Seems like he's been very, very loose with the ball within the past 2 preseason games. I feel like he might just be cut. Honestly,
yep.
I don't even think he's gonna make the team.
I think that depends on Izzy still if he's gonna miss extended time or not.
Do you risk releasing a guy like Brownlee or Gibson over keeping Bam, who's just been inconsistent? Yeah, that's how I'm kind of thinking about it.
I like Bam Knight too. I just think that the last 2 weeks is just he had a chance to really solidify his spot, and he fumbled. He fumbled. He dropped the pass. He missed the block. He just looked like he was defeated, man. I don't know. Like, when you kind of know, like, when you bring in Dalvin Cook, you're like, you know what? I'm the odd man out here. Like, you kind of almost sense it. Like, my days are numbered here. That's the kind of way he played, in my opinion. But
the only concern I have is that you're going to have Cook and Hall probably on a pitch count for the first couple of weeks. They're both coming off surgeries. They're still not fully practicing yet. So you kind of almost have to keep 4 running backs, you know?
Yep, you have to. I mean, listen, I understand where you come from, Jomo, but if Izzy was healthy, I think Bam would be gone. But with Izzy being hurt, there's no way you can let Bam go. I mean, listen, Brees is coming off definitely piss count. Carter, I mean, I don't know, man. Cook can carry the load, and I don't know, man. Time because you're bringing a linebacker, you're bringing you're keeping a fullback anyway. They're keeping 4 backs, bro. I'm sorry, they're keeping 4.
I don't think they are. I feel like Bam's going to be cut, man. I really do.
If he does, he'll make the practice squad, though. I don't think nobody will pick him up. So I like Bam, though, man. Like, Bam came in.
Some team will pick him up, but I don't think he'll make the practice squad. I think somebody claim him off
waivers. Somebody will claim him, I think.
Yo, hold on. What do y'all feel about Ty Johnson going to Buffalo, bro? No one's talking on that, all right?
I've seen enough of him.
Yeah.
Good luck catching passes out of the backfield.
The
minute he I have a really good friend, a Bills fan. The minute he happened, I'm like, yeah, you laugh all you want now, dude. So that, like, 3rd and 3, nice little swing pass out of backfield, hits him in the helmet.
Seen that plenty of times.
Yeah.
So, Jomo, what do you think? Any surprise cuts, man? Looks like you have some interesting decisions to make here.
Yeah,
dog is just all about
I got to
this
take
right
care
now.
of this puppy, man. I got to go. Puppy is, dude.
He's biting you.
Oh, it's tearing you to shreds.
Guys, later.
Jomo is high as shit right now. He had another war.
Dog's got to be baked.
The dog's probably hungry. He's like, listen, I got the munchies too.
Jomo ass is out of it, boy.
Shit.
What's up, man? 24 Resh.
Oh, what's going down, fellas? I just got in here.
What's
How
up,
are you
man?
guys?
Hey, what's up, OG? How you doing, fam?
I'm blessed. I came on the show a couple months back, but I haven't been on there. I've been letting the team get together, get their stuff together first.
How you feeling about everything?
I actually feel good about everything. The line, I think it's gonna come with just having a guy back there that knows what he's doing. I recall when Zach in his early stages of him, getting the job, the lineman, I think it was Connor McGovern, he said basically some in the words of him holding the ball too long. So they're basically saying they're doing all they can. Like, my job isn't kind of like supposed to really block an NFL defensive end or any defensive lineman for more than 7 seconds, So I think Aaron's going to help that a lot. I think the way our running backs, that one cut, the way we can, one move, they can go for 40 is going to help because offensive line, I play football, like I told you guys before, offensive line is kind of confidence. Most of it is confidence because if they wasn't, to me, it's like, if you're out there, you can play. So to me, most of the time, even Makai, a lot of it is the confidence. If you take the confidence away from players, they don't perform because, they're going against another grown man over and over and over and over. That takes a lot of grit. It's a different mentality. They're damn near robots for fucking 60 minutes, so it's kind of hard. Excuse my language. It's kind of hard.
You can curse. You curse all the time.
So
where the hell are you walking to, man? You walking through a maze right now?
So, yeah, I do, but I try not to, so, but it's kind of what Robert Saleh, especially the way he tells us to play, like everything you have. So it's kind of different. I love where it's going. Like I said, to make a long story short, I love where we're going. The receiving core, that's what I'm nervous about. No one's really talking about the receiving core. To me, it's like, just like Brees, he's given us 7 games, and I feel like we're kind of overhyping. I love Brees. I wanted Brees. I got videos of kind of all the players before we drafted the players. I guess every player, which is insane. But I feel like Brees has to show us more because, I mean, it's not his fault. But
Garrett Wilson showed you Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah, of course, Garrett.
So, if you look at the receivers, though, you have him. Are you worried about like Lazard and Hardman and Corey Davis being more consistent?
Yes, because to me, it's like Garrett's a superstar now. So now you have one thing of to me, it's like expectations is different. You perform with expectations and performing because yes, he's a 5th round. He was the number 5. Of course, he had expectations, but I'm saying this is different now. They're coming in, understanding that safety is branching over top of you now. Like that linebacker is checking over side of you now. So I just want Alan Lazard. I heard he had a bad, tough going over there in Green Bay. Nico Hardman, he's a couple drops during the, mini camp. So I just want a number 2 guy that's going to be very consistent. Maybe it's the tight ends. Maybe that's what I'm not seeing. Maybe the tight ends 65%
Conklin.
Yeah.
Also, the running backs out of backfield too. You can get Cook and Brees out of backfield.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think it's going to be a play action offense really most of the time anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
The running backs are just too lethal. You have to contend for a 6'4", 230-pound back that can run a 4.3. Then you got Dalvin Cook. Like it's going to be a lot. It's going to be too much. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to, see what you guys had on that, and just go Jets.
Well, good to hear from you. So wait, what's your level of confidence? You have a season prediction for the year?
You said the season prediction?
Yes, sir.
I believe honestly, there's not a game that I look on the schedule and say that I'm leery of. Maybe in the beginning of to me, it kind of all goes on the first 3 games. If Aaron can honestly because it's to me too, Aaron. If he can go out there and perform like he's been doing for 15 years, we're good. Because in all reality, everybody else is going to follow suit. We had the number 4 defense with a 32nd rank. That is kind of low-key impossible. We defeated odds. In order for your offense to be good, your defense, people don't realize, statistically, if your defense is good, the top 5 defense, your offense was maybe 20th or 5th. Dude, we just need a competent guy. Now we have one of the best guys. Dude, it's to me, we just have to.
Give me a prediction. What's the record?
I don't like doing predictions, but I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win 13, 14 games. I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna win 13. I don't believe anybody in our division. Once our defense see Aaron Rodgers go up 14-0, just our defense is never. Dude, we're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose their mind out there. It's gonna be consistency of them realizing we're gonna have this advantage every game.
When our defense can pin their ears back, bro, and just attack the quarterback, bro, that's a real problem.
Exactly, and this is their second year, third year in the defense, but this is their second year not having to think. People don't understand. You having to play defense, then our key guys were guys that we have to rely on. Boom. But they're thinking and playing. But then again, now you're just playing. Oh my God. It's gonna be lights out. It's gonna be a complete different game. And I just hope our offense can pick up. That's it.
Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Have a good one, bro.
Good job.
I love callers like that, man. He was so passionate and so into it. But it reminded me of Joe Cat when Joe Cat used to first call in and he wasn't crazy.
Walk around the house.
And it's just I'll be honest, I hear him talking,
but
I become sidetracked because I want to see where he's walking to. And I'm trying to figure out the blueprint of his house. I'm all right, he just made 2 lefts, so he had to go through a kitchen and a living room. What room is he in here? I'm trying to figure out his landscape of his house. I get completely distracted by that. What about you, Prime Time?
Same thing, man. I get more distracted from the chat and all the comments.
Oh yeah, because I see them, but I'm he was making really good points, but I was just so he kept going to different rooms. I'm is he on his steps? Did he go up the steps, down the steps?
Yeah, that's funny.
But it's an interesting take on the receivers, though. I like the level of talent we have, but the drops are definitely an issue. That's something that
you don't think Corey Davis's roster spot could actually be in jeopardy, right?
This personal issues thing over the last week or so is interesting, man. I'm wondering.
And he missed time at the beginning of camp too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think the spots in jeopardy. The one thing that scares me a little bit. The one thing that scares me a little bit is the drops. That's the biggest thing I have a problem with. Is the drops. Prime Time. We were saying that the last couple of weeks, but I think our tight ends are going to be a much bigger role this year. But Garrett, like I said, Garrett Wilson, man. Listen, he had 11.
Let's not forget Conklin dropping the ball last year too.
Yeah. But listen, he had 1,100 yards with no quarterback. Could you imagine with Aaron Rodgers? I don't care if the double team or not. This kid's going to get the ball, and he's going to be phenomenal. I mean, listen, I'm looking for him for 15, 1,600 yards.
Yeah, but that's Everybody knows that. Everybody knows, okay, Garrett Wilson's going to have a monster year. Okay, you're going to need supplementary players behind that. You're going to be consistent to get your third down. Those big third down and fours, third and threes is going to be Randall Cobb, it's going to be Corey Davis, and they got to be consistent. The thing with Lazard is Lazard makes those circus-like catches that are like, holy shit.
But can't make the simple catches.
And then the freebie over the middle, you're like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Drop that one. That's
Corey Davis.
What's scary is that over the last 2 weeks, or at least for the 4 days that I've been at practice, Randall Cobb has probably been the next best receiver beyond. Kind of scary. So
hey, that video you put up with him on the scene route, bro. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I thought Cobb was just bringing him in to make Aaron happy. Yo, listen, the prime time, the videos you put up of him making those big ass catches, bro.
He's been stretching the field a little bit.
Yo, bro, it really shocked me, man. That he was really beating people like that. So if Cobb comes in and listen, I mean, so what are we looking for number two? We looking for 1,000 yards for the number two, or you looking for somebody 700, 800?
700, 800.
Yeah, okay.
If you figure Dalvin Cook's gonna have a bunch of receiving yards, Breece Hall's gonna have a bunch. You figure, and they keep asking who the starting Jets tight end is. I think it's gonna be Conklin.
I think it's Conklin too.
Zuma's like the blocking guy, all that. But you like what guys can catch a big pass. It's gonna be Conklin. I was right.
Dude, even Uzama looks like a different player from last year. He's moving much better too. So.
Catching the ball better too. And I'm tell you something about this about Hardman. I don't know. You were at camp. You saw this. This play where they brought Hardman in real close, and that streak in the middle with his and just chucks to him right there in the middle, and he just uses speed and go. Yo, I think he could be. His speed is it's just catching the ball in the open for him. I heard someone say on defense the biggest problem with him is he contested balls he's not going to catch.
Wonderful.
I mean, that's what they were saying about. That's the knock on him. That's why I think Kyle might get more plays on third down instead of Hardman. You know what I'm saying? I think you might see him
behind Wilson. I don't even think they're going to have a true number two. I think Rodgers is just going to spread it around to everybody.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a ton of guys that are all 40, 50 catches probably.
So the 53-man roster prediction, Primetime and I have a challenge now because now Primetime inspired me. So we're gonna release them on Monday, right?
Yep.
And the one that gets it right, the other person does a shotgun on Tuesday night. So we will have
Fireman Ed beer.
Fireman Ed beer. Okay.
I'm down. Yeah. So they will be out on Monday because the cut down is Tuesday at 4:00.
Tuesday 4. Yep.
So you figure the game's on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Waiting for you to analyze my boxing breakdown. I posted the video for you.
I didn't get no text telling me it's there. What am I, a mind reader here?
It's on the page.
Oh.
You think I study the page? let me just go see. Let me go check out what randomly prompt I put on the page today.
It's posted on the private video. It pops up as soon as you open the app.
All right. See, this is why I need a pen before. Now I got to put breakdown Primetime's boxing.
So are we doing?
So the first clip, the first 45 seconds, that was from 2 weeks ago when you guys were giving me shit about dropping my hands. And then the next minute or so is when I'm trying to focus a little more on keeping them up. So
you need some merchandise. We got a couple shirts left, man. We had Become the Dragon shirts, but only 4 left, I think.
Sleeveless hoodies, we need them.
Yeah, we can do something though. All right, Gareth, what's up, man?
Boys, how you doing?
How you doing?
Over here, I'm Irish over here in England, but watched us all during the pandemic, and just a great show altogether. So it's just good fun.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
What time is it there right now?
Boys, I'm getting myself ready for primetime football this year. That's why you have to get the body clock working. Do you know what? I actually stayed up last night and watched the best preseason game ever.
Hey, that was good as shit. That was a good ass game, bro. That was a good game, bro.
I was actually watching it going, this could be week 2, week 3. It was a proper good game of football. But because I've even struggled to watch some of the Jets games in preseason, the fourth quarter of a couple of the games. It'd be tough.
Hell yeah.
But no, boys, I'm just, honest to God, we should just be delighted with life in general. It doesn't matter how it goes to a degree. This is the first time in, 5-6 years, it's actually, everything that's happening during the preseason is just positive, generally speaking. And we're gonna bitch about, the offensive line and stuff, but every team can hold their hands up and go, do you know something? There's something wrong with what we've got. So, I remember sitting up watching, I think we were playing the Raiders at home, and I was hoping we lost, you know what I mean? Because it's and that was the worst feeling in the world ever. I was that shouldn't be, being a fan should not be like this, but it was genuinely I felt guilty afterwards. So it doesn't, now any game that's happening, we would play at 6 o'clock or 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock over there. And then the grown-ups would play later on. You know what I mean? It would be the adults would play. And it would be this is amateur football. And then we're going to watch how it's actually done afterwards. And this year, it'll actually be different. So, any divisional game that doesn't even involve us will matter because it'll come down to I know everybody's talking like 13-4. I'm maybe 11-6 if things pan out. So for me, those first 4 games, I'd actually rather go 2-2 by beating Buffalo and New England, you know, and like the New England game, that's really important for lots of reasons. But, and I hate to say it, like that first game, it shouldn't be a massive game beyond just one game, but it kind of is for so many reasons. So I reckon on a good day, get to 3-3, take the bye, and then you should be hopefully looking at, you know, 6-5 worst case scenario, you know.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What in the hell made you a Jet fan in Ireland?
Do you know what happened actually? So my mum's a twin, and Auntie Brenda moved out to the Bronx when she was 17, married Uncle Sean. You know Uncle Sean lives in the Bronx.
Of course.
And he sent me back to Ken O'Brien, quarterback top, right? So Green, O'Brien, number 7, I was 7. And then that was it.
That was it.
So like growing up in the UK, because I live over in England now, and it was like you'd literally get 1 hour a week, but it would be the previous week's highlights. And that's all you would get. And so you might get like a clip of a Jets game. And now it's brilliant. Like we probably get more football than you because we get like the 6 o'clock game. I'm GMT over here. 6 o'clock game, the 9 o'clock game. And then, as I say, the hardcore staying up after midnight. But like you can't, you know, if the Jets are playing, you have to watch them. That's what
I'm talking about. That's real fandom right there, man.
So yeah, so I get across about twice a year to watch them play. I try to do a double header. And I was 0-9 until last year. I went to Foxborough and froze parts of my body that we can't talk about on the internet. And that was depressing. And then stayed on, went down to watch us play Chicago. And that was the first win we've had that I've been there. So I know it's not just me. But no, it's just, honest to God, it's brilliant over here. Like the NFL's got obviously really big, and I was down in London when we played. I'm actually quite glad we're not playing over here because we're the only AFC East team that isn't, you know. And I think that's a big factor as well. Like we've got 10 home games and 7 away games if you actually look at the way the schedule works. So boys, it's as I said, if everybody stays healthy up front, I think you're not going to look at any team and be afraid, and that hasn't happened. Like I'd even go as far as this team on paper is better than the Sanchez versions just because of everything, but they walk the walk as well as talk the talk. But like it's hard not to listen to Aaron Rodgers and not just go, you know what I mean? That man should be wearing a white robe and have a large beard, you know. It's just I had a mate who was a Green Bay fan or is a Green Bay fan. And I would say, oh, he's only won 1 Super Bowl. You know, it doesn't matter. You should see him, though. You should hear him talk. And now it's like,
his incredible leadership, dude, is so impressive. Like, even today when we talked about Mekhi Becton, like, how he, like, wanted Mekhi to be more involved in the team, more vested, like, to feel more welcomed. Like, the way he's embraced this young team and molded them and had them all just unite and play together and focus, it's impressive, dude. Like, it's more than I've ever expected out of him because we heard so many different things about him in Green Bay. He was kind of standoffish to the younger players, kind of kept to himself. Like he is fully vested, fully involved in every aspect of this team, man. It's incredible.
And that's it. And like you're going to see players almost want to impress them. There is a definite following something going on with the rookies and even like the second year guys coming back. But like it's just a presence. You know? 100%. So, I mean, I'm glad he won the quarterback battle with Zach Wilson. That was a big thing, you know, just that happened.
He beat out Boyle too, man. Beat out Boyle. That's not easy.
Zach was giving him hell every day. You know that, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, and let's face it. You know, a couple of bad drives against Buffalo, and you know, I'm sure the crowd will start chanting for Zach. But no, just honest to God, that's what I mean. And everybody is, I think, generally positive. It's just we don't. Even if we get injuries, everybody's got to get injuries. So just roll with it and let's stay positive, boys. You know what I mean? You can switch the screens left and right every stream if you want to, but you know, we'll stay.
But you know what it is though, like our teams, when they had some talent, they never had any depth. So once like that little bit of talent they had, if they got hurt, we were completely screwed. Now, like Carl Lawson's been out for 2 weeks or whatever it is, nobody even cares because like you got Jermaine Johnson, you got Huff, you got all these guys where the Jets have legitimate talent on both sides of the ball and they have solid depth behind them, which is a game changer. That's what makes you from like a great team to a very, like a very good team right there. You can offset injuries. You know what I mean? It's like.
So I was going to say, so my only question to the panel of experts as well as Tyrone was
Where the hell are the experts at?
was basically yes, because I thought they've got all this depth, right? So they've got basically you've got 2 defensive lines that other teams would take your second string and go, we'll take those. Is there not a wee element of going, given there is a need for a wee bit more cover, and I'm not being the negative person, but on the O-line, would there not be a case for going, say a Bryce Huff, who I know has been playing a lot in preseason, almost a sneaky, okay, let's swap, you know what I mean? Would you entertain a trade deal in that regard at all, just to get a little more security?
No, hell no.
No, I'm just asking a question.
No. I'm gonna tell you why though. Listen, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but listen, we were just talking earlier about Peters being available, but a guy like Bryce Huff, what he brings to the team, man. If you break it down, he's probably one of our best pass rushers on his team. So a guy, I understand, you want to use one piece. Maybe like some of the guys, like maybe like Smart or somebody like that, you might try to move, but I don't see guys getting moved because there's gonna be so many guys getting cut. And the one thing about it is we Tanzir Smart.
You can trade Tanzel Smart.
I mean, I don't think he makes the roster, to be honest with you. I mean,
you better stay tuned for my predictions, goddammit.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stay tuned to your prediction. But somebody like Huff, he's too valuable to what we're trying to do. But I think Peters will be somebody they'll bring in. We don't know who else will get cut doing the final cut days too. It's gonna be some other good players out there, but
there's not. But if you have a quality offensive tackle, you're not cutting them. They're not gonna be so many available. You're gonna get like fringe guys, like a Peters is a guy that for depth, something like that. But I think you have such depth in your defensive line. It's a legitimate strength. You want to take advantage of that. I don't want to trade away. I mean,
that's part of Saleh's philosophy too, to have multiple waves of pass rushers that you can bring in and keep everybody fresh. So,
all right, boys, listen, just call in once, saying thanks, and keep it up. All right.
No, I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Man. I appreciate it, man.
Enjoy, boys. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.
Prime time.
All the week, prime time.
Yeah, prime time, 8:39. I got you, bro. Hey, listen, you know what? I would trade Huff if we can get Laramie Tunsil. I'll definitely trade him for that one.
What are we doing here?
Yo, straight monster, bro.
See, now, prime time, know what's funny is I like how Tyrone's like, yo, man, 8:39, cut that up and post it for us, please. You know what I mean? Get to it.
I'll post it on Facebook for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I got that. I'll put it there, too.
Actually, I don't know if you know this. I've been rocking Facebook. A lot of our views from Instagram are actually coming from Facebook. I still don't know how it works exactly, but when I post the reels on Instagram, we're getting like hundreds of thousands of views on Facebook somehow. It's not showing up on our Facebook.
It's not Tyrone's efforts, that's for damn sure.
If you search "Let's Talk Jets" on Facebook, you're going to see all of our videos on there somehow. I don't know how it works.
I'm gonna change my title next time. Tyson Roush. It's gonna be Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, StreamYard. I'll put it all on there. Let's Talk Jets. We should do that prime time. We'll put all our titles in there.
Hey man, listen, man.
We'll put prime time. YouTube.
Do we have a
Instagram.
caller coming on, sir? Hey, we have a caller, man.
I'm just saying, we're just gotta make sure we get our titles right around here.
Nah, there's no title, man. I'm just saying. I'm just a third amigo. I'm just Tyrone, lucky enough to come on you guys' show. Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it. It means so much to me.
Yeah, Tyrone's got a new headphones. See that?
Nah, yo, Joe Cat, what's up, baby? Hey, man, just turbulence, man.
And we're on Threads too. You guys probably even know that. I was established on Threads. You had probably no idea.
Last time I checked, it hadn't been updated in like 7 days.
Oh, really? Try it again.
I'll check again.
Go look.
I mean, I'm not on Threads, but
I mean, so how'd you know then?
Because I had checked it.
Yep.
Because it pops up on my Instagram. Because I didn't sign up for it.
Yeah, because while everybody's sitting there hanging out, looking for paychecks and shit, I'm just keeping us busy around here. You know what I mean? Where's Tyrone hiding from us? What are we doing here?
He's in the darkness retreat.
Was the Facebook talk too much for him? All right, we're gonna go to right-handed downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's
up,
man?
How you doing?
I've been watching y'all for a while, man.
Awesome.
Y'all do your thing, man.
Did you scare Tyrone away? What happened to Tyrone just now?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, look at her! How cute is she?
Yeah, it's my daughter. It's 2 years old.
Oh, yeah. She's so cute, man.
Thank you, my man. Thank you.
Future Jet fan, hopefully.
Huh?
Future Jet fan, hopefully.
You already know. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Good smile on her too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to give a quick prediction. You know what my prediction is?
What?
We're gonna win the whole motherfucking thing.
There you go.
We're gonna win the whole damn thing.
So now
that's what we getting put to do. That's what we getting put to. That's what we got. This team got put together to do. We're making the playoffs. We're gonna make the playoffs. We got Aaron.
Are they winning the division?
Unless he gets hurt. Hello.
Do they win the division? You think the AFC East?
Yes. I'm
How many
putting money.
wins?
I'm putting money on them. The first game out with Buffalo. I'm going right in.
All right. So what's
I
the
ain't
record?
playing.
Number one seed?
Number one
Once you
seed,
threw
brother.
out?
I got my prediction is AFC Championship. Chiefs versus Jets.
Woof.
Rematch of
Chiefs
week
versus
4. I like
Jets,
it.
and we beat them.
Dude, sign me up for this, man.
Yeah,
Sign me
man.
up.
I got a question for y'all. I got a little question for y'all though.
Okay.
How long y'all been Jets fans?
Too long, man.
I mean, like, what I meant to say is how far y'all go back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I go back before the parts. I go back like the Kotite days.
Yeah.
Kotite, Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
My dad's had season tickets going back to Shea in '83.
man.
So once I was about 5 years old in '93, that's when I started going to games. My first memory that I actually remember was the Marino fake spike. That's like one of my first memories.
Nice.
So
I was there for that.
Yeah, man.
Well,
so my story goes. I've been a Jets fan since Al Toon. I'm 45.
Yep.
I've been a Jets fan since Al Toon, Freeman McNeil, Ken O'Brien,
Wesley Walker,
and all that.
Yes, sir.
Well, the crazy thing about it is that most of my family, the majority of my family is they Giant fans. I never. I'm the only hardcore Jet fan in my family besides my nephew, but he got that through me. He rode out with me. You know what I'm saying? How I even became a Jets fan. I was always a fan of the underdog, right? But I never liked the Giants. I'm not a Yankees fan either. I'm a Mets, Jets, and I used to be married to the Knicks, but I'm a Knicks and Nets fan. But anyway, my father used to bet, right? Let me share a little story with y'all. My father used to bet, right, when I was younger. I was always into sports. I played it, everything. Anyway, so I saw my father on the phone, and at the time, the 49ers, I see him always rooting for the 49ers, right? Check the story out. 49ers, and I'm saying to myself, all right, you're a 49ers fan. So at that time, I wanted to be like my father.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking he's a 49ers fan. I find out later on that he was just betting on them, right? But I got locked in, right? But I'm not from San Francisco. I'm not from San Francisco, right? So I'm New York. But I already knew I couldn't be a Giants and 49ers fan, right? I'm a Jets fan, so don't forget about the 49ers. I'm just telling you a little story about that.
Yeah.
How that's like my second team. Jets versus 49ers. 49ers got to die. Just put that out there. All right. I don't want to scare y'all now like that.
No, you're good.
All right. So what happens is my father, when I figured out my father was betting, my father used to get these sheets. So I this 14 years old, bro, and I'm still chasing his high. So I said, yo, Dad, let me bet, man. I'm into the sports. You put the $20 in for me, whatever. Young little hustler. So I'm like, yo, I forgot the other 3 teams I betted. I think the 49ers was one of them. I had 2 other teams. They all covered it. So I'm waiting this is 1 o'clock games. I'm waiting for the 4 o'clock game. It was a game in Miami with Ken O'Brien, Dan Marino. They just won by 3. There was +3. They won by 3. So when I hit that sheet, I won my first money. And I became a Jet fan from that point on. From that point on, bro.
Dan Marino almost ruined your life, man. Yo.
Yeah, bro. From that point on, hard body Jets fan. Even back then, I don't know if you ever remember the start. Y'all from where y'all from? I'm from New York. Y'all sound like y'all from Jersey, New York, right?
Yep.
Okay,
yeah.
Long Island. Okay, so remember the starter coach, right? The starter football coach.
Yeah.
All right. I had the Jets starter coach, and I also had a 49ers starter coach. You know what I mean? And that was it, man. Jets all day, bro.
It's awesome.
That's it.
All day, bro.
Well, dude, thank you for calling. Appreciate it, man. Let's get it. There you go. I love that old logo.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
that's the logo.
That's the logo. That's the logo, bro. That's the best logo ever, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. So that's my story, bro. You know what I'm
man, let me tell you this right here, though. Listen, when I was 5 years old, my dad was like, "See that team in the green and white? That's your football team."
Yeah, that's
my uncle took me to my first Jets game when I was 12 years old. I've been done ever since.
Oh, so that shit running your family.
Yeah. So when my son turned 5, right, I was like, yo, you a Jet fan. My uncle was trying to steal him over to the Steelers side, but nah, you a Jet fan. Now my daughter, she a Redskin fan. So check this out. So because of her grandpa, her mother's father. So we go to so I take, when Jets played the Redskins, I took my daughter, I took her grandfather, a good friend of mine. So I told my daughter, I was like, look, man, find your real dad while you in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And we killed the Redskins in that joke too. But nah, man, when you love this team, man, you love this team. And this is the first time in a long time, bro. You see what I got on today, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time. This is the first time in a long time, man. We can walk around, man, and really got a real chance to really, you know what I'm saying, make some noise. It's not the talk, man. It's not about every year we get hyped up about what we could do. This year right here, we really got a chance to really make some noise, and they're gonna see us coming. So I love it, man.
We got a quarterback that can put us in the end zone, bro.
Bro, absolutely. Yo, we got a quarterback that no matter what time of game it is, if he having a bad game or not, he can get us down the field and kick 3 points to win a game. We always in a game with a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We got a guy, you know what I'm saying, who's the whole guy's accountable, bro. We've never had that. So, listen, even when you watch them doing the one just drive, right? You see him calling a timeout in the middle of the jump, or him talking to the refs. Man, listen, this is the kind of leadership that we've never had before. So having a quarterback like him,
Zach Wilson called timeout.
I mean, he normally called it Tyson because he had the wrong play. But you know what, though? And I'm going to give Zach credit. Yo, listen, Zach's playing better because of the error.
Yo, Zach's playing better, right?
Yes, he is, bro. He's playing better. So, you're excited about having a quarterback like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yo, thanks for calling, man. We definitely appreciate it.
Yo,
all right, man. Yo, salute to y'all,
just
man.
up, man.
You already know.
Numbers,
man. Later.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Peace. Bye.
Might have 2 callers of the week now.
Yeah, that was another good one.
I'll have to chop both of them up.
8:55 prime time.
Appreciate it.
Just do some work prime time. Just do more work. Tyron's the boss. We're just sitting here just getting through the Tuesday.
Now, you know what's crazy, man? Tell
me what's crazy, man.
I got the do not disturb on my phone, and it still gets through. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. That bugs the hell out of me. I got calls 4 back to back to back. I was like, yo.
Do you feel disturbed right now?
Yes, I do. I know what's about to come now, so I can only imagine.
See, now, this has been a very friendly and happy show. No controversy, no hot takes. But the next caller, but he's not walking around, though. Usually when he talks, he's just walking around the basement. We're seeing all the guitars and all the music and the metal T-shirts. Mr. Controversy.
Hey, boys.
Joe!
Cowboys, how are you? All right?
Yo, Tyson, fuck that guy right there. You don't call your man no more, man. You like a real light skin, man.
Well, listen,
you out here doing your
he's
shit.
all big time now. He's a big time content creator now.
He's a big time content creator. We're like the refugees of Jets Twitter. So thank you for taking us in. How's all the boys doing? All right?
Doing good, man. How you been, man?
Tremendous. Trying to stay up for this Hard Knocks. They got to move this to like 8 o'clock. I'm sorry,
bro. Isn't it? It's brutal.
It's terrible. But I'm very excited. I'm very positive about this season. I'm very positive about Mekhi Becton finally going to the right side. It only took him, how long to make this decision.
Yep.
And, Dwayne Brown coming
hold
back
on a second. What was it like interviewing Gary Vee? Let's get to the good shit.
Well, Gary Vee was awesome. A little nerve-wracking, because I didn't even know who he was, honestly.
No bullshit. He really said that shit. He was like, yo, I don't know. How the fuck you know who Gary Vee is, bro?
How the fuck would I know that? I'm only in charge of bringing the porn stars on, dude. But the next guest we have is like 30 times bigger than Gary Vee. So, Liam, we got to get you guys.
You just pulled the Jake Asman on Gary Vee.
What's that?
You just pulled a Jake Asman on Gary Vee.
I did. I had no idea who he is. I pulled the Jake, got shit up by Gary Vee.
Yo, Joe was like, I really don't know who he is.
I really have no idea. I was like, damn, who the fuck is this guy? And then, like, you don't know Gary Vee? I was like, no, I work.
I work. No, I don't sit on Twitter 30 hours a day.
Well, now I do, but it's terrible. I'm excited to see you boys. I'm ready to say I'm very positive. That's
because the games haven't started yet.
Right. I still think that this team really. I love Joe Douglas, but no, he didn't retweet it. So.
I'm done. Done.
Common courtesy. It's common courtesy. You know that.
Guys want to retweet 50 times. It's probably didn't retweet it.
Hey, Joe. You went to wall for a retweet, baby. Joe was like, yo, I'm not with that shit. Retweet
Don't
my
fuck
shit.
with me, dude. Don't fuck with me. I'll come after you. You know that. But listen, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the team, but I really think Joe Douglas dropped the ball on addressing this offensive line. You knew in February that you were going after a 40-year-old quarterback. They should have been going. I mean, it's really Elijah Vera Tucker and a bunch of guys at this point. It's either unknown or over the hill. There's a bunch of question marks, like Max Mitchell, still a question mark. Makai Beck.
They're all getting healthy at the right time. I mean, you're not
I get it.
Max
I get
Mitchell
it.
play right
I
now
get it. But they're still.
And Brown coming back.
I'm with you, but they're either 40-year-old men or question marks. So I think that in the 4 months that it took to get this contract done, you knew this was your guy. I think this line should have been a lot more addressed in that time period.
Well, they did try to go after Orlando Brown and got spurned by the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't do anything about that. But I think
I agree with you, dude. I completely agree with you. There's not to be a jerk, but it's just like there's a lot of ifs.
Yeah.
If Mekhi Becton stays healthy for 17 games and plays well, that's a good thing.
Right.
If Connor McGovern can, if Laken Tomlinson could be a Pro Bowler, not a bum, if Dwayne Brown's actually we're all celebrating Dwayne Brown coming back and being on PvP, which is wonderful.
Right.
And he come back and play a good left tackle. Is there any hindrance to his play? There's a lot of things that need to happen, and it's just if it falls in their place, great. But the one thing you feel a little bit better, they have some depth at least, dude. It sucks that Tippmann got hurt, but I mean at least they have some we're not going to go sign a guy off the street tomorrow to play right tackle,
Yeah, no, at least they got some depth, and it's also, listen, Makai's taking snap by snap by snap, but listen, it's not Micah Parsons on the other side. You know what I mean? I want to see it. I want to see it against.
Joe Cat, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So Buffalo doesn't scare me as much because I know Von's gonna be out, but listen, playing against Dallas, they have two bookends that can get there that drive off speed. You know what I'm saying? So no. I'm talking about as far as offensive line.
No, of course.
You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing. But Joe, I got a question for you, Joe. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers playing Saturday, and how long you want him to play?
I don't think he should play at all. How long you been watching this team? Yeah. It really, what does it matter that he's going to get continuity by playing 4 snaps on one drive?
He's got to put on the jersey, they said. That's important to him.
Different colors.
He's got to put the colors on.
The whole narrative, he's got to build continuity with the starters. Yeah, he's going to build continuity playing 4 snaps and then punting. I mean, come on. It really.
You know what's scary, Joe? I think he's going to play a lot more than that. I think he's play 2 or 3 series.
Yeah,
I hope not.
I think he's going to play for the second quarter.
I hope not. Don't say that, Trump. Don't say that shit.
Did you listen to what Saleh said
today?
I know. I understand that, but I'm hoping he's just listen. I'm hoping he has one good drive, bring him back out there, another good drive, and that's it.
Football. Saleh said they want him to go on the bench, read through all the film, and see all the pictures of everything, and discuss whatever went right or what went wrong, and then send it back out there multiple times. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, you know what?
He's going to play into the second quarter. Watch.
He's played football for 18 years. He played football 8 months ago. He's done this plenty of times. He doesn't need to go out there and play in a preseason game. We saw our quarterback run on a field last year and just get hurt.
Well, Joe Flacco, thank you, Joe.
So wait, what is this? Elmo keeps telling me that you're becoming a Jags fan in 2025.
Yeah. I've given the Jets. Everyone gives a 2-week notice with their job. I've given the Jets a 2-year notice that if they don't win a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, I'm throwing everything in the garbage and moving on, boys.
You know what? I could. This is almost something I can support because I'm like, if the Jets get one of the best quarterbacks of all time and have all this talent, all these things falling, Dalvin Cook, Garrett Wilson. If you can't win a Super Bowl next 2 years, it's probably never going to happen.
No,
it's never going to happen.
Finally, somebody agrees with me.
I agree.
You can't figure it out with this roster.
If we can't win with Aaron Rodgers, this inspirational, motivational team first, giving back $35 million guy. If we can't win with him, it's never going to happen.
No,
you're going to become a fan of another team?
What's that?
No,
you're going to become a fan of another team?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's it. What am I going to do? I'm losing years like this.
At some point, it's like cutting your losses. You know what? It's not going to happen.
How do you even celebrate that? How do you even celebrate that?
It's like a dead-end job.
No, this is the best roster we've ever had in this team's existence. If you can't figure it out with this roster, there is no fucking hope. That's it.
I agree, man. The next 2 years are it, man. If this is it, because it's just you look at all the things. We can't win with Favre and we can't win with Aaron Rodgers. We ain't winning it.
We ain't winning.
Same thing with Sauce and Garrett when it comes time for a contract. They just saw you bring in a Hall of Fame quarterback. Don't you think they're going to want to go somewhere else? They're going to say.
Why you can't talk to Joe Kemp. What is this?
They're going to say, they're like, Sauce, we love you so much. Listen, you just brought in a 4-time MVP and we still suck. So why would I say yeah? That's the real answer. But I love you. I'm very positive about this year. We're gonna win it all.
Are you going to the home opener?
What?
You going to the home opener?
No. Are you out of your mind?
Come on, man.
No, dude. Leaving that MetLife after Metallica I'm good.
What a fiasco. Dude, you appreciate this story. So you leave in MetLife, right? 80,000 fans, whatever. Dude, we're literally there's a gate, and the turnpike entrance is right there. There's the one gate entrance. I asked the guy, I'm like, why can't you move that gate? Because you got to go that way. Why am I going a half mile out of the fucking way to go right there where the goddamn gate is? Move the gate. All these cars are going to magically disappear. We're going to be going home.
I know.
Why keep it like caged rats?
I know.
And he's like,
I left 5 storms early.
Dude, he's like, are you trying to be a comedian? Bro, if you move this fucking fence, we can all leave the parking lot. Why am I going all the way down this goddamn road for no reason?
Yep.
I was thinking of prime time. Like, it drove me insane.
Yeah, that place sucks. That place needs to be blown.
Logistics is they're just so half-ass backwards.
Yeah, it's everything in Jersey. You guys can't even make left turns. But
that's what the jughead was for, baby.
We love you.
Well, good talking to you, man.
Of course, man. You know, listen, we're in hiding right now. Obviously from everyone on Twitter, but we'll be back.
No, you're not. You're still instigating, and then you're still harassing everybody and doing shit. And you let the shrapnel fall, and you come back out, you peek your head out, and like you start more shit, and you leave again.
And then we leave. Right.
And I could tell when you work the night shift or not. It's like you do, like you cause all the shit, and then Dan tries to fix it all.
Yep. No. 100%. You're on point. And great show with Fireman Ed too, Kevin. You're killing it. Honestly.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Great stuff. And send over some of that beer for Daddy. All right.
Wait. You never invited us over for any kind of barbecue or party or anything. You promised us a barbecue.
To where? My house?
Yeah.
Just come over.
We're all waiting to have some beers. Friggin' already August 22nd. We had no beers.
You're the one that doesn't want to come to Long Island.
I'll go to Long Island. I'll go anywhere. Cold beer, bro. Cold beer. I'm down.
Cold beer than it is. They just show up.
Yo, I'm gonna call you tomorrow too, man.
Okay, that's
answer
fine.
the fucking phone, man. I don't want no problems. Right?
I answer the phone for you all the
time.
time.
Yo, now you did. I called you last time. Yo, you text me back. Yo, I knew you was at work though. You
probably was in court.
I mean, what you mean do? Tell the judge, hold on, it's your man. Jet talk, man. What you mean?
This guy's unbelievable.
He is. I'm used to it, man.
I love you.
Love you too, baby.
Joe.
All right, Joe. Do it, man. Joe Cat is funny as hell, bro.
Oh boy, let's see. We got Kevin. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Listen, as a Jet season ticket holder, I can't tell you, I am so excited for this season. And you know, shout out to 347, our section that's going to be out there this year. You know, I was watching some highlights recently, and people complaining about the offensive line or not. Think about the seasons we started when Josh McCown was our quarterback, or an old Ryan Fitzpatrick, or Geno Smith, or an untested Sam Darnold, or any of these situations. Like, we have so much to look forward to this year that we could actually be happy and positive about. So if our only problem is, hey, we may have a left tackle or a right tackle situation, we're good. We're fine. And the only other thing I wanted to say is I want to comment on the Aaron Rodgers playing the preseason thing. Hey, listen, he's got to get some reps in. With this, you know, if you look at some of his first weeks in Green Bay in 20 and 21, he looked terrible. When he wasn't showing up to camp and he wasn't playing and he wasn't doing everything, he looked terrible those first few weeks. So I think Aaron Rodgers took a self-assessment, said, hey, I want to be good in week one. I don't want to embarrass the Jets on national TV against the Buffalo Bills. We all know this fan base. If the Jets get knocked out on Monday Night Football after all this hype, it is going to be it's going to be a meltdown.
It's not.
It's going to be a meltdown.
But Joe Benigno's already starting that bullshit where it's like it's a must win. They lose that game, it's an ultimate failure. It's a bad
sign.
Week one, bro. You want to have a great.
Did we not learn anything from last year either? Starting 5-2 and how they collapsed.
Yes, exactly, bro. Exactly, prime time. And Kevin, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Listen, the one thing about it is about him not the other years we started off so slowly last year. He didn't go to camp. He went to camp late. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. You know what I'm saying? He didn't show, you know, it was a more issue. He didn't do any time with his receivers. He's been here the whole time. Plus, he's had 2 inter scrimmages with other teams. Just the only problem with this. The only problem I have with this is they can actually hit him this time. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we played Carolina. You know, we watched the offensive line dominate, right? Yo, so, you know what I'm saying, the little quarterback thought he was cool. When them lights came on, they hit his ass for real. They was tagging his ass. I don't, if Aaron gets hit one time, hey, Joe did need to be like, hey, Saba, what we doing? Hey, bro, nah. Hey, y'all remember that time that Mike White, no, I'm sorry, Ingram, what's his name? The receiver from Tampa Bay.
Mike Evans?
Mike Evans. He was like, yo, when he flipped off on dude, he was like, yo, that's Tom Brady. What the fuck you want me to do? Yep. That's what I wanted to see that happen. Someone hits Aaron. Hey, that's Aaron Rodgers. fuck you want me to do, coach?
Yeah, no, but listen, here's the thing though. Like I feel like with 3 minutes in the first quarter against the Buffalo Bills, he get lit the fuck up too, right? So either way, there's the chance that he's gonna get hurt. It's football. I mean,
but one game's meaningful, one game's not though.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess, but I think getting in there in a stadium that he's still feeling it out, right? In the same conditions he's gonna play in, kind of as the night falls. With his reps, with his offensive line, with his receivers, getting that in. It's like a dress rehearsal. I'm old school, maybe. I still think that's important to get that in, to just do it, get the nerves out. He's wearing that green helmet for the first time. Just shake it out. And listen, yes, there is a 2 to 3% chance he gets hurt. Yes, but I'm riding with that 97, 98% chance that he doesn't get hurt and he's good. He feels better. He feels more confident. He feels more comfortable going into MetLife on September 11th, because listen, it's football. He could tear his ACL on the second play against Buffalo.
Hey, Kevin, we're not saying shit like you better knock us some wood around there, man. Come on, Kevin.
Listen, I don't want that like anybody.
Man, I don't want to have to come to section 374 to see you and give you a hug, man. Kevin, hell no, don't say that.
I don't want that. Trust me.
No, I'm messing with you, bro. I know what you're saying. He could be injured. Listen, I understand. I think it's important he does get a few reps. I do not want to see him. I don't want to see him in there for a long period of time. I do not. Maybe 3 or 4 series, maybe even the first quarter, but get him out there.
Sally even said this is the first week that they're going through like their actual game prep, like as if it was like a real game.
Yeah, but they're not game planning.
The whole experience.
Kevin, let me ask you a question though. Like, so how long do you think he should play though? Because they're not game planning, and that's what scares me. Like, if you're game planning, you're planning for their defensive line, you're planning for their stunts and stuff like that. That kind of bothers me a little bit.
Sally said they are game planning.
No, he said they're not. He said we're not game planning for the Giants.
On one Jets drive, when he broke down the team after the Bucs game, he said that they were actually treating this like it was week 1, like it was a real game.
Watch him in his interview today. He said, we are not game planning for the Giants. His exact words. Okay. I promise you. What he said today.
That's different from what he said after the Bucs, though, on one Jets drive.
No, but I'm just saying, today on his interview today, when he was out there, his press conference. He said, "Yeah, we're not planning for." You went over injuries. Then there's someone that asked him. He's like, "Nah, we're not game planning for the Giants." I'm like, "What? You're not what?"
Listen, I agree. 2 series, maybe that's it. I'm saying, give him the hook after that. I mean, get him it. But like I said, just let him get out there and just feel it and feel the contact, feel the lights, feel the noise, get it out there, and then like I said, he's an experienced veteran. He hasn't played preseason since 2018. But this is all new for him. This is like a new thing. I mean, think about it. If you worked in one office building for 20 years and you went to a new one and it became, it's your big day. Like, you just need that familiarity, I feel like. So, I mean, I get it, but
I got another question for you. As for the defense, what players on defense, what groups do you want to see play extended time?
Extended time? I mean,
defense.
Extended time, we have the safety battle, I think, going on. I don't know Ashton Davis, he's looked like garbage for most of his time here, but he had a great game against Tampa, right? And then, Amos, is he going to be there? And then the other thing is that linebacker position. And then finally, obviously, the running back room. I just still don't know what's going on there with Bam Knight. And then whether, he's going to get more carries. Michael Carter not dressing last game tells me he's making the roster, but now, is everybody healthy? That's the thing. So running backs, that linebacker room, and safety, obviously.
What about you, Prompt? What play group do you think you want to see play the longest? Mine is linebackers and safety.
I want to figure out the depth at linebacker, see a little bit more of Zari Barnes. Chaz Surratt, he returned to practice today, so I'd like to maybe see him get out there a little bit. And also, who's your depth at cornerback? Because you got Eccles suspended for the first game. I haven't really seen much out of Bryce Hall yet. Jimmy Moreland and Craig James, they've been looking all right. So get a long look at those guys.
I do not want Bryce Hall starting, bro. I mean, having to play at all, bro.
No,
I don't see him making it. And the young guy at safety, I don't think Amos is going to be the starter. I see Amos running with the second team, and he played a lot too, bro. He played a lot, so I don't think they envision him as a starter. I can see Amos coming in as our big nickel, coming in as that third safety on the field. I can see him doing that.
Kev, are you surprised that Tony Adams hasn't really played at all?
Yeah, I'm very surprised by it because what I hear all about this is Tony Adams is all through Twitter. He's amazing. He's great. He only took so many snaps in last year, right? And he hasn't played in the preseason at all. And I've seen people tell me that he's going to be the next, Jamal Adams when he was good. Jamal Adams. All right, don't want to trigger some Jet fans here, but I just want to make sure that he goes out there and he's actually proven. So the fact that he's not getting any reps concerns me. As an undrafted free agent, I mean, obviously I'm not there every day. I'm not watching what the coaches are watching, but I am a little concerned by that.
If you've been watching, just especially prime time, I know you've been on the field. He's flying all over the field. I think they got really big plans for him. And listen, let's look at this right here. We were the 5th defense ranked in the league last year with what's my man name that we cut that safety last year? That was absolutely Joyner. Listen, he's definitely an upgrade over Joyner. So listen, you have a guy that can cover from side to side. Yeah, I understand he should play more. I think he'll. That's who I want to see play more this week. I want to see him play a little bit more this week.
And here's the one underrated thing I think is not being talked enough that's going to make a difference for this team in a divisional battle with 4 great teams. Our special teams is going to be very, very good this year. Our special teams in close games with a good kicker and a good punter and a reliable team is going to be good. Now, obviously, who's going to be our punt returner, kick returner? We're still having that battle a little bit. But for the most part, if Aaron Rodgers gets the ball to the 37 to 38 yard line, we got at least 3 points in the pocket. 3 points in the pocket, which is something that we haven't had for years because we were worried every time the ball was kicked for the last 3 years. Because we're like, I don't know if that's going to be a field goal, even if we're on the 30-yard line. And then with Moreland, he's a great punter. We messed up when we didn't bring him back last year, and we kept with that Braden Mann experience, which was terrible. So, I'm happy that we're good. So I think we're going to have a great special teams as well this year.
Yeah, the one thing I like about Moreland is that diagonal kicky thing he does. That diagonal kick he does, man, where he just drops the ball and he just hits the ground and just drops right there. Listen, and we can pin teams back, 10, between the goal line and 10-yard line coming out, bro. Our defense, bro, you got to march the whole field against us. Yeah, I'll take that all every day of the week. So it's gonna be good, man. We especially our returners kind of scare me a little bit. I want to see who's gonna be back there. I know Harmon's gonna be back there for sure. I know coaches also said Cobb might be back there too. I don't want to see Randall Cobb return the punts. I don't want to see that.
Shot for Xavier Gibson too.
Nah, I don't think he makes the team, man. I don't.
He plays well this Saturday. You never know, man.
Man,
especially now with all the injuries starting to pile up. Yeboah, he might not be healthy week 1. Might be an extra spot. You never know.
I can see him making the practice squad. I can't see him making the 53-man roster. I just don't. I don't think he brings that much. What's the other receiver name? The one I like on prime time.
Jason Brownlee.
Brownlee. Yeah. I like Brownlee, but they like the other kid too, Marquise. They like Marquise a lot too, though. Who? You know what I'm saying? Marquise.
Who? Malik Taylor, you mean?
I'm sorry. My bad. Malik Taylor. My bad.
Who's Marquise?
And Marquise said they like Malik a lot too as well. You know what I'm saying?
He's been injured though.
I know. He's injured?
Yeah. Ever since that deep ball, he hasn't done shit.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. What I'll say is there's a lot of jobs up for that Jets-Giants game. It may seem like it's a meaningless game to most people. There's a lot at stake for a lot of players in that game, and I think it's going to come down to it. And you're going to see a lot of players, Jet players, once again get claimed off waivers, which it speaks to I've been critical of Joe Douglas in the past, but it speaks to how he's been building this team slowly, very slowly. But that's a whole other story. But nevertheless, we're getting there to the point where maybe it's gonna build up to the point where it needs to be.
Well, you know what, Kevin? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. With that many cuts at one time, it's gonna be hard to claim people do. I think a lot of guys are gonna slide through the cracks, man. I mean, you got to figure, man. That's one cut, one kill, man. It's gonna be a lot of players hit the market at one time. So, it's gonna take a really good staff to really, it's gonna be a really good staff to find some good guys. So we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Kev, good talking to you, man.
Have a good night, bro. Thank you for calling, man. For sure.
I think we have Tyson back.
Bro,
you good?
I lost my microphone went out. I couldn't hear anything.
You sound good now.
You good now? Yours?
I couldn't everything just went out, so I had to go uninstall my microphone and reinstall it. I was like, "What the hell's going on around here?"
Hey man, y'all flip back. It just confuses me. But y'all are
All right, we'll bring on ST. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
What's going on,
I
man?
love the hat.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's
man.
dope. That shit dope as hell. Yeah.
It's Sasha Vidi, guys. It's been a long time since we chatted, so it's good to see
Been a while.
you. Yeah. I want to just kind of shift direction in the talk about the roster preseason. Roger playing in the final preseason game. I want to just kindly address, and this is to the chat as well. I want to tell you guys about a war that's going on, a silent war, right? And there's three sides to it. There's Jets fans that are super stoked for this season. There are other Jets fans that are still skeptic and bring and draw in that negativity. And then there's everybody else.
Yep.
Never mind the media, never mind Hard Knocks. You know, I subscribe to damn near every NFL channel. You guys know I live in London, so I run back YouTube to watch Greeny, SNY, Get Up, all these guys, right? So, and I see like everybody shitting on the Jets. I don't like it, but as a very old fan myself, and like I said, this is an open question to everyone. How do you deal with that dichotomy of being stoked, understanding that there was a design from, you know, the front office, from Joe Douglas? Every pick we gave away with, say, long time ago is all done to compensate and to build this amazing roster that we're all excited about. But then you have people saying, oh, we're finishing last in the division. No, it's still the same old Jets. Regardless of what these guys show you day in, day out on practice, how they carry themselves, everybody's interested in the Jets for the right and the wrong reasons, right?
Right.
And I'm kind of on, you know, not the fence. I'm more towards the positive side of things. But I feel like, you know, pressure is a privilege. And the whole point of that is that these guys, these young guys, have all this pressure on them, have the microscope on them. And that's why I hate this little, you know, silent three-way war that's going on, because when these guys take the field, right? Never mind on 9/11, every goddamn day. How many fans are going to show up? I mean,
Yeah, but see, I understand what you're saying. I'm being respectful. It's like, listen, I think the fans that are kind of skeptics and cautious are old fans like me, where it's like, dude, whenever we feel that positive momentum, the other shoe always falls, right? It's like, you're like, oh man, like we had Favre, we were 8-3, the best team in football. Then he hurts his elbow. Then he hurts his arm. It falls apart. Vinny Testaverde makes an incredible run. The first game of the following season, in the first half, he blows out his Achilles. Like, there's always that thing. So it's like, for me, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh shit, please don't have that same old Jet moment, because I am so friggin' excited. Like, come week one, dude, like in the back of our mind, we're worried about Saturday, we're worried about injuries, but like we're all ridiculously excited. This is probably the most talented team we've had in over a decade. Like, it's just, you had that little sense of like, everything is there. You get Dalvin Cook. It's like almost too good to be true. So now they just got to prove it. But Jet fans are ready, dude. They're buying jerseys, T-shirts. They're buying tickets.
Rex Ryan said it best on Hard Knocks years back, right? The greatest place to be is when expectations are high. So like all these years where the team has been down in the dumps, where we're trying to, you know, foster up all these reasons just to be 500. Now you got a legitimate quarterback. You got legitimate young cornerstone players on both sides of the ball. Like, this is what we've been waiting so long for. Like, I can't even have that negative mindset going into the year. Like, whatever happens. But like, I just want to enjoy the ride at this point. You know?
And it's like this. It's, you know, listen, I hate this job. Is the only thing to do is to hate. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you know, they got a bullseye on their back. At the end of the day, they got to come up and show up. And listen, they have to show up and show out. Listen, I don't. To me, I don't even care how much Aaron Rodgers would do for this team. What he has done for this organization, you know, he set us ahead 4 or 5 years, bro. Like, I mean, he's holding guys accountable. He has guys really in there studying, doing their work. We haven't had this kind of excitement in a long time. So, you know, what's on the field is on the field. That's man work. You know what I'm saying?
But I think, but Tyler, I think to his point though, I think the media and everybody hating on the Jets is actually helping them.
But that's
it's giving you the us against the world mentality. Like, you know, everybody wants us to lose. Everybody wants to hate us. Everybody wants to beat our ass. And it's going to rally your locker room. That we're like, you know what? We want your best. So we're going to beat you anyway. Like, we're going to beat, like, they want that attention and they want to prove everybody wrong. So I think that media is actually going to help you.
But the flip side to that coin, right? The flip side to that coin is the other fan base, right? And are they going to show up, right, at the game? Or are they going to start rolling their eyes,
showing up,
tearing down the Jets, Are they going to do that? And personally, that upsets me because it's like you should know better than that. These are your boys. Back your boys. Like win or lose. I've cried. I'm a grown ass man and I've cried over the Jets.
Hell yeah, bro. Listen, what are you talking about, man? You know, listen, I couldn't even watch bro. I couldn't even watch Sports Center, bro, when we lose. You know what I'm saying? My whole week is fucked up. I can't watch Sports Center for 3 days because I know they're gonna keep showing that fucking video of us losing, bro. Now I don't want to see that shit.
There's a big difference. There's a big difference with Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, like all these young quarterbacks versus now having a Hall of Fame quarterback in the center. You don't have to tell fans to come out. We've been waiting for this moment. Fans are going to show up and show out this year.
And listen, bro, listen. The one thing you don't have to worry about, bro, at the end of the day, bro, listen, regardless of what happens, man, this is the best team we've seen, bro, probably in my lifetime, bro. And I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This is really a good football team, and it's what I love. Listen, you know, so you know how a clock works, man. So every action there's a reaction. So there's a fan who's happy, and there's a fan who's miserable. Those people that are miserable always, bro. It didn't matter who we had. We could have Bill Parcells or Bill Belichick or Tom Brady as quarterback. They're still gonna find a reason to bitch and complain. That's what the fuck they do. But winning fixed everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Tyson always says win is the ultimate deodorant.
Yo, it is, bro.
I don't think we need deodorant because like you boys said, we got a real legitimate team. These boys are here. But I'm just like, I just feel like in every sport, like fans play such a massive difference in the way, you know, people play sports, whether it be, you know, a tennis star, whether it be, you know, a team sport. Fans play a massive part in that. So I'm seeing this not just online, but having conversations with other football fans, and they're just like, you guys still gonna do this? You know, they're all doubting us, they're all hating on us.
Oh yeah. Just remember though, the last few times that the Jets have actually been good and they've had some meaningful games at home, games haven't even been close. Like the 41-0 game against the Colts, they blew out the Jaguars in the playoffs. When we've had some big games at home, fans are going to show up. So I'm not even worried about that this year.
And what I want to see,
fans are ready for the season, man. I'm telling you.
And what I want to see is something I've never been able to go to. I want to go to a home Jets game, playoff game. I want to go to a home playoff game with the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah, bro. Like that's something that we can be excited about. Listen, bro. The one thing, you know what I'm saying, homie, we got to understand is this year on the schedule. We can match every team on our schedule, and we can honestly say that, bro. So it's not going to any game to where, you know what I'm saying, a couple years like last year, Kansas City beat the brakes off us. We know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? You're playing the Eagles last year. We know it's a loss. This year right here, it doesn't matter who we play, bro. Every single week we got a chance to win. We've never had that. That's real expectations. That's a real chance to be great. And the one thing we watch about Aaron Rodgers, bro, we might lose our first 4 games. This man has won 12 games, 11 games straight. You know what I'm saying? This man has done that.
Yeah, he has. And I just feel like I feel not only just about Aaron Rodgers, but let's talk about Saleh. He's got to do something this year, right? Yeah. It's his 3rd year. They've not extended it. They've not extended him. So he knows in the back of his mind, like, right, I gotta get the best. I gotta squeeze the juice out of all these pieces of fruit and get the best from every single person.
If you want to be scared about anything, it's our coach being our coach. That's the one thing that I said that was our biggest issue. But the best thing about having that is you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers who on the offensive side understands situations. He understands what to do because he's been to that so many times and been around so many brilliant minds as quarterback or coaches that he understands situational football. Something that our head coach lacked. So, like I said, the biggest thing for this year is, I'm not going to say like Saleh almost got a situation where you can't mess up. But you know what I'm saying? Bro, you mess up with Aaron Rodgers and this defense, bro, your ass definitely getting fired, bro. There's no other way around that, bro. You got to go. You got to go, man. Listen,
Woody Johnson won't say it, but it's a playoff mandate.
Oh, bro, it has to be, bro. Listen, you have Aaron Rodgers and you have a top 3 defense. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that was going to scare me at first was our defense taking the back seat and not being as good as they were last year. I think the defense is going to be better. I think the offense. Oh my God! I think the offense is going to be a top 10. I'm gonna say a top 10. I'm not going no further than that. I'm gonna say top top 10 to 15 team. And bro, that's all we need. I'm being 100 with you, bro. Listen, we won with a quarterback who threw for 112 yards.
Yeah, what?
I mean, bro, like we have a quarterback that can throw for 112 yards in the first quarter and can do that every single quarter. We have a quarterback that throws for 3,700, 4,000, 3,700 yards was a bad season for him. He had 21, 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. That was bro, if he was a Jet, that's the best quarterback season ever. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. So having a guy like that, man, trust me, is going to pay off. And listen, you know why these guys are hating, bro? Because they're scared. They're scared, bro. Listen, if you're telling me, you got to play Aaron Rodgers and you got that defense that's coming into your building, bro, and you got Breece Hall and you got, you know what I'm saying? You got Wilson. Come on, bro. And you just signed Dalvin. You just signed Cook. Yo, come on, man.
But and Kevin, to your throwaway comment just there, McCarthy, for example, is on the hot seat. Everybody knows that. Would you say that Salah's on the hot seat? So you said Woody didn't say it. Nobody said it. The fans are demanding a playoff. If he doesn't make the playoff for some technical reason because we didn't get him, we have a winning record, but we don't make it, does he still get sacked?
Unfortunately, I think so. Unfortunately, I think so. Because Rodgers is going to be here for at least 2, if not 3 years. No. And, if you're not going to make the playoffs in the first year, I think he will have a say in the decision, though. If Rodgers wants to change at head coach, there's definitely going to be a change. If Rodgers is okay with Salah and the combination with him and Hackett, maybe they try to run it back. But to me, it feels like a playoff mandate year, whether they say it or not.
You know what's so crazy? I was just thinking about this. His ass ain't going nowhere, bro. Because, listen, you got Aaron Rodgers for 2 years, right? You're not going to change the coach with Aaron Rodgers. You're not going to change. You're not going to have Hackett go anywhere, bro. That's just not happening, bro.
Well, like I said, though, if Rodgers is unhappy as things play out throughout the year, that's the only way that things would change. If he wants to run it back, they'll run it back.
I hope so. We'll see.
Yo, I hope we ain't even have to talk about.
Man, we're not talking this negative shit tonight. No, bro, man, listen, bro. We're not talking about this shit tonight. Yeah, we talking about.
We're gonna be extending Salah at the end of the year, hopefully.
Yeah, man. Yo,
That's right.
Yo, that's good talking to you, man.
Have a good one, bro.
Peace out, guys.
Have a good night, man.
Yo, send me on them hats, though, bro. I need that.
And that was pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
I get one of those with a jet logo on it. I would rock that shit all day.
I would have walked in the spot and be like, yo, what's up, big homie? Yeah.
All right, so we are going to wrap it up. Surprisingly, no Jose tonight to close it out. Tyson sends his regards. Yes. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, Fireman Ed's Lager, it is officially on sale. Bolero Snort in Carlstadt, so definitely check that out.
Yo, big up to Ed. Love you, bro.
Yep, and we got Hard Knocks coming on in a half hour, so talk to you guys
soon. Knocks, let's go, baby. Jets up, baby. 14-3, baby.